Come on!
Good morning.
Hi.
Why is he muted? Andrew is so good at this stuff.
I didn't touch it. You touched it.
Oh, because he was singing before the show, so I muted him.
Oh, so it's your fault. All right, here we go. Let's
presentation.
This is Ed McMahon. And now, here's Andrew.
Andrew Z. Calling up that Andrew Z. I said Andrew Z. In the morning, it's time to wake up. Andrew Z. In the morning, yeah.
Come on! What is up, everybody? Welcome to the show. It is Tuesday, January 19th, 2021. In the year of our Lord. Demetrius Nicodemus. Eastside, Southside, Gina. Chris Tiefel. Ashley P. in the house.
Hi.
And producer George is here as well. About to start this show for Tuesday. Let's do it.
Andrew Z. In the morning.
Woo! Good morning.
Hey, Andrew,
Yes.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
So you wore that shirt the other day that you recognized was a horrible neck shirt.
Yes.
And then you were like, I'm going to go buy another one.
No. Shut up. God, I hate you. I know it's another bad neck shirt. I know. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Maybe it's just that you have a bad neck.
Yeah, I think the hanger stretches it out, I think.
Yeah, well, it's the hanger.
I can see the two little nodules on the shirt where it hung on the hanger. One is the top right there. It looks like he's got a little nipple coming out of his shoulder.
You have to hang them inside out. Then that doesn't happen.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Wow. All right. So what do we go to? Who's next in the fashion department? Who do we talk about next? Is it just me? It's me every day.
It's just you.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Sad day in Toledo. It actually made national news because I got the alert on Fox News sent it to me. The Toledo police officer, 24-year-old Brandon Stalker, was shot and killed in the line of duty. He was not on the SWAT team. He was doing perimeter security when he was shot. TPD's gang task force approached a suspect allegedly involved in the cathedral arson. The suspect took off, showed a gun, and ran into a home on Fulton Street. Police set up a perimeter, called in a negotiator, and negotiated for hours. It was unsuccessful, according to the chief. They shot tear gas into the house. The suspect allegedly came out with 2 handguns firing at officers. Officer Brandon Stalker was hit once. Police have not released the name of the suspect who was shot. Obviously, thoughts and prayers to Officer Stalker's family, to the Toledo Police Department. Young guy. God damn, it's super sad. It always brings me back to Keith Dressel, who was the first officer killed in line of duty that I was here for. And it was just a foggy day, and I remember waking up in the morning and just seeing that breaking news. And of course, we just lost another officer late last year, Officer Dia, lost in the line of duty. So it's been tough for the Toledo Police Department, and obviously we wish thoughts and prayers to everyone involved. I don't know if anyone wants to say anything or not. But,
No, it's just a super sucky situation. Actually, the suspect is 27-year-old Christopher Harris, who had died also. It's just really sad all the way around because I feel like there's got to be some kind of mental illness involved.
And you look at Officer Dia and you look at Officer Stalker. They both. I'll jump right into you. But you look at these two officers, and they're just such young kids. Officer Dia, especially. I mean, they just look like young kids, and it just had their whole lives ahead of them, and it's just sad. Go ahead, D.
Dude, I was thinking about this last night, and just to think about all the actions and things that took place early in the morning. Like, I guarantee you, this kid who defaced this cathedral didn't know that at the end of the day, it was going to result in the end of 2 lives, right? So You think about that this kid woke up, this Brandon Stalker woke up yesterday morning like a regular day.
No.
And didn't know that graffiti was going to affect his life. Like it essentially, that act set into motion everything else that transpired throughout the day. And then it ended with the death of him and the death of this guy. Now, it is
it's interesting because I think about that a lot too, especially those who die with no conditions no outward conditions, like you can't see that anything wrong with them, and the next thing you know they're dead, and you're like, man, this person just woke up today like it was going to be any other day and had no idea at the end of the day they were going to be dead. It's like obviously, if you know, you're gonna live your life a little bit differently than if it just happens. And it's just you left the house the same way you would every other day, and you hopefully your wife woke up to say good morning or pack your lunch or see you one last time, or hopefully you walked into the kids' room because you hopefully got to say goodbye one last time. I don't know. It's just weird when things like that happen. But yeah, you're right, Chris. I mean, you'd rather as a person, you'd rather go like that than be suffering. But man, I guess.
But I mean, when we talk about, seriously, when we talk about actions having consequences and people not, looking forward. Had anybody had pulled whomever did this aside and said, the simple act of you spray painting Jesus is black on a Catholic church and then setting the doors on fire, that act is going to initiate 2 deaths. If I told you that, no one would do that.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks just like it's the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
I was actually looking at his Facebook profile, the suspect, and I mean, I think that and believe me, I have a huge amount of empathy for whatever mental break he was going through, because it was pretty obvious that he was. But it was pretty rough to look at. So, I mean, I feel for him, like I really do, but I think he had a plan.
How old is he, Ashley?
I think he was like
27.
I think he had just had a birthday. I saw. Like, I went back pretty far, and it was sad. I mean, it was really heartbreaking. I feel bad.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
But all the way around, it's just you don't. I don't know how to say this, but you don't realize how many times have you done something, and it's like, man, if I would have, and then the consequences are so disastrous. You're like, I wish if I would have known that, I would have never done this. I mean, there's so many times that we do things that we're not, we don't realize that what it's going to cost. Yeah. Michael Ellison or Michelle Ellison, the act of spray painting wasn't the issue. Him walking out guns in both hands is what led to the actual shooting.
Oh, I'm not saying that. Like, what I'm saying is the initial
how it started.
act.
Yeah, that's
how it started.
And then
you think something as innocuous as graffiti and lighter fluid on a door, it's so, when you tell people that just one decision can change the course of your life.
Yeah.
One decision.
No.
I mean, it's crazy.
All right. Let's move on to other things. Ashley, start with you. You have not drank for 19 days.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's it been like?
It's been good. It's been better. Like,
what's in that tumbler she's holding?
It's called a coffee cup.
Especially, I don't know if it's everywhere else, but I know in Perrysburg, a lot of moms have tumblers. They drive, or they walk around or whatever, go to games with tumblers.
Yeah, I tried that. They're just so heavy.
A lot of dads have tumblers.
A lot of times.
And they walk around to Costco and Walmart.
I know.
And everywhere that their family gathers with them, they have a tumbler.
Man, Demetrius is so thirsty. I mean, at least he's so hydrated. That's an honorable thing. Keeping yourself hydrated like that.
People ask me how I get through it, and I'm like, man, it's my friend Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels has provided these kids with some great funny moments in their childhood.
What is Dry January, Ashley? Like, where did this come up with? What made you decide to jump on board?
It's been a thing for a while that I've seen that people just kind of take a break from drinking when the new year starts, So I thought I would try it just because I drink a lot of wine.
You should just stop yourself. I drink.
I mean, yeah, like it was just getting to a point where my anxiety was so just taking over. So I just thought, well, I'll just do this. And it's like in the beginning of the year, it's like all over the news or like in articles you read, like what would happen if you, like what happens to your body once you stop drinking. And also because I was turning 35, so I was getting afraid of getting old looking and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, well, I'll just give it a try. And it's been a huge difference. Just like my anxiety is way better. Like I can drive, which is not, I usually get severe anxiety with driving. Like accidents and all that stuff. So it's been good. I like it.
Did you think that did you have the anxiety before and then you thought drinking was going to curb it, or did the drinking cause the anxiety?
I think I was just born anxious. I think that's just like a part of me. Yeah. So, I mean, there's just a whole story behind, like when you're in high school. I mean, I grew up in like a little hick town or whatever as people call it. So, well, college town too. So alcohol has just kind of always been around, and it's just gotten to a point where it's not really for fun. It was just kind of like every day.
Can you lay down while we talk? Can you lay down while we talk, please?
Who, me?
Yeah, we're gonna do some therapy.
Yeah, wow. I for one would just want to say thank you for no longer driving while you were drinking.
I don't drink and drive.
Actually, I would actually say that anxiety kind of helps you in a way, as far as keeping you off the road while you're like pounding bottles of wine.
I was never drinking and driving. That's not what I meant.
Yeah. No. I know.
Oh. Hey, I did find something in relation to Dry January. Pot dealers in the UK have reported record sales as people who were trading alcohol for pot for Dry January.
Yeah.
I think completely missing the entire point of the month.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's good. Congratulations. And you feel better?
Yeah, I do, for sure. Yeah.
What have you physically, what have you noticed?
I'm gaining weight, which sucks. But because all I want to do is eat. But that's kind of the only bad thing that I've discovered so far. But I mean, I feel good. Like, I sleep pretty well. I didn't really sleep well last night, but for the most part, I can fall asleep easily on my own and wake up at a good time. So it's been good for that.
So you think you'll go back to drinking wine?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Not for a while.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I know, Gina, you've been on this dry thing for a couple of years, actually.
Yeah, because so Dubs is a recovering alcoholic, and me drinking is a trigger for him. So it was just easier for me to quit drinking. So it's been 3 years next month, I believe. Or has it been 3 or 4? My God, it's been so long, I can't remember. But it was not hard for me because I'm a puker. Like, I am it's so bad. If I drink and I get even like relatively drunk, I'm throwing up. And I would binge drink. Like, there's no in between. I never saw a point in going out and having a drink after work. That never was my thing. Like, if you're not going to get wasted, just drink water. That's just stupid.
I remember you were a bougie drunk too, because when we had a restaurant, you were like, I have to have a bottle. Like, at times you'd want to bring your own bottle if I didn't have a certain kind of alcohol. Like, yeah,
I would call him beforehand and be like, hey, go order Patron. It had to be, I can't do, or better. Like, it didn't have to be, but that was like the lowest. I can't.
It was the lowest.
It's not that I'm being bougie. It's that I will throw up. Like, I cannot drink. I can't drink bottom shelf stuff. It's not because I don't want to. Are you kidding me? I would love to get drunk for $20. Like, nobody wants to.
Bougie gag reflex. That's what it is. You got a gag reflex of Fifth Avenue, but once again, everybody's got a wallet of a South Toledoan.
It's not at the moment. Like, I can throw back shots. It's later on in the next day. That I'm like, I'll sit there and drink like a damn trucker. Like,
what's funny? There are certain things as you get older, you just like drop. You just stop doing. I couldn't tell you the last time I like looked at somebody and was like, hey, let's do shots. Because you know what that sounds, even saying it like that makes me sound like I'm really wanting to try to be young. And so, like, I've just moved into a different phase of my drinking, and my drinking life is, I don't drink with where people like to play loud music and you dance and shit. No, I need to be drinking around people who are on the verge of losing their homes. That's the kind of energy that I need. I need a guy drinking next to me whose wife left him for his best friend's wife, who is now a guy. That is the kind of
The hell of a country
drinking.
song.
Yeah, I need that. Those are the things I need. And it's just like you just get older, you stop doing it. The January challenge, though, it's God bless everybody who does it. I mean, and you know, they say it tightens your skin, makes you feel better, but I don't want people to think that, you know, it is in any way like people who are actually battling alcoholism.
Tightening your skin just sounds uncomfortable.
It's just like, hey, a January challenge. You know what? And this guy's like, hey, I got 5 fucking nickels that says my life is a fucking January challenge. How about that?
Well, I know that I didn't know. Does alcohol make you look old? Because I know cigarettes do. Like I can point out people that have been smoking their whole lives. I mean, they just have this look like their body is just beaten down. But what's Donnie getting out of the fridge?
Oh my gosh.
It's been like half an hour already. Tell him to pick something. It's not the air conditioner.
It's the color of his Gatorade. He needs it before he goes to the gym.
Donnie keeps walking by with that headband on. And
Yeah.
He's trying to go to the gym. He's waiting for me to tell him to not go.
That's today's the hard day, Donnie. Tell him today is the hard day. Today
I know,
is
it's
the day
Tuesday.
that he has to go.
Tuesday,
Tell him
Monday.
to grab the box of wine that you have left over and don't go.
Yeah.
It's Cyclic Monday.
Because Mondays you put in your head, all right, I'm going to work out Monday. That's where I'm going to start Monday, and when we're getting back into it, whatever Monday. Tuesday is, like Dee said, the hardest day. You did Monday, and you're like, God, I'm dragging ass. Can I do Tuesday? But is he getting out the door? What's he doing?
I don't know. He's all ready. He's dressed and ready to go, but I don't see him leaving.
I woke up this morning and I thought it was Thursday. I was like, "Oh, thank God it's the last day. I got to wake up this early this week." And then I'm like, I make coffee, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? It's fucking Tuesday! Like this is the longest week ever, and it's Tuesday, you guys."
Well, well, you know, it's actually today is Donald Trump's last full day in office. It's the last one. Today he's supposed to issue about 100 pardons, including Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's gonna get some sort of pardon or something.
He looks. Lil Wayne looks like fucking Whoopi Goldberg in The Stand. It is crazy. What the fuck has that kid been doing to himself? Like Whoopi Goldberg should go over to his house, because I'm almost positive all those Grammys they gave him, they thought he was Whoopi, and just take all the shit that is rightfully hers.
Lil Wayne pleaded guilty last month to possessing a loaded gulp.
Oh, wow.
Charter jet landed in Miami in December of 2019.
Have a loaded gulp?
Look at this. Doesn't he look like he should be coming to you in your dreams, telling you to go to Boulder, Colorado?
He has eyebrows. He's not Whoopi.
You don't know if those are eyebrows. That could just be fucking hair that they accidentally glued to his fucking face.
I have never seen Whoopi and Lil Wayne in the same place. Now that I think about it, D,
Exactly.
Wayne
Right?
faces sentencing of up to 10 years in prison at a January 28th hearing in Miami. Obviously, he showed up to support Trump last year's presidential campaign when he tweeted a photo of himself with the president, said he backed Trump's criminal justice reform program and economic plan for African Americans. Sources confirm that he will probably be on the pardon list that comes out today, the day before Trump. So
what if he doesn't pardon him and that was their agreement? Like, what could he do? Like, he backed him and then he didn't get pardoned. Like, I feel like that's such a Trump move.
to not pardon you. Oh, and that's a good one too. Is he going to pardon Trump? Tiger King. We've been hearing about that for months, ever since the show came out. So we'll see if Tiger King is on that list of people to be
Tiger
pardoned.
King's not going to get anything because Tiger King sued Trump. Trump doesn't acquiesce to being sued to.
If he pardons a Tiger King, Carol Baskins is going to die. Like, I have no doubt about that.
She's gonna be hoping.
Or
that
he's gonna try at least.
Same tiger that ate her husband.
He's gonna hire a second discount hitman.
So what do you guys think, man? The last day,
are us.
this is the last day. Here's what the conspiracy theorists are saying, though, that in his last day of office, he's bringing in one of his lackeys, one of his whatever butt buddies. I couldn't think of a better word. I don't know. He's bringing in one of his guys that listens to everything he says to be the head of the National Security Administration, the NSA. Today, he's supposed to get sworn in 1 day before the inauguration. The fuck is that all about? So we'll see if he's going quietly or not. But that is super shady. And Nancy Pelosi's already sent a note saying, "Hey, you
top at the NSA."
What's that?
A lawyer at the NSA, top lawyer at the NSA, not the head of the agency.
Yeah, the top dude. Well, whatever. The top dude. He's still the top lawyer. So is Trump trying to stay in office? Is there a coup? I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out.
What I don't know is what all the QAnon and everything people are going to do after Biden gets sworn in and Trump is no longer president, because they're convinced that now that Biden was confirmed, that all the treason is now exposed, and the NSA has everything, and so does the CIA, and there's going to be massive arrests, and Trump's going to drop the hammer on everything.
Thor.
Just call him Thor.
I am still your God. All the votes have been counted, and I am still your God.
We're gonna and here's what they think, that because Biden doesn't have authority to bring. There's 25,000 military people in Washington. Biden doesn't have that authority. So what they're saying is that that's Trump that signed the order to bring all the military in. So they're saying that he's got that military all out there to arrest, like Tiefel said, to arrest Nancy Pelosi and all of them.
It's going to be emergency broadcast system for 7 days. Nothing else is going to be allowed.
Stop.
Funny.
Arrest Biden right there on the stage.
In the barber shop. Stop. It is literally one of those moments where, and this is I think the issue that we have is when we breathe life into that shit. Like instead of just telling instead of just bad doggy in them, like bad dog.
I know.
Instead of repeating it and saying, "Oh my God, it sounds so crazy." People don't listen to the last end where they go, "It sounds so crazy." They fucking glam onto it. Stop breathing life into it. It's so fucking ridiculous that we really literally have to look at people and go, "Stop, you're being fucking ridiculous."
It's true, but to me, I was just kidding. Like, I mean, I know Biden's gonna be president tomorrow, but why the fuck is he putting a dude in the head of the NSA, the head lawyer, in the day before he leaves office? Like, what is that?
I'm trying to figure out Trump's moves, like his 4th day in office. Like, I mean, dude just does shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going to find out about Area 51 because Trump's had clear, if Trump speaks it, it's been declassified. So he cannot technically
keep a secret.
Well, he can't get in trouble for sharing secrets because anything he speaks is considered declassified. Unless it's like treason. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about if he tells the American people there's Area 51. That's what I'm speaking on. I'm not getting technical, Tiefel and D, before you jump down my throat about whatever you're about to jump down my throat.
I was just saying, as I agree with you, but what's funny is his lawyers have argued the opposite in court. That was all. It was because I thought it was funny. Excuse me for trying to add to the conversation.
Because I just wanted to talk for a second.
No dry January.
I don't think there's an Area 51, and I think that if there was, I do believe. I don't think there's any of the secrets that we wanted to believe there are, because I do think Trump would have revealed them already.
Well, you don't think there's aliens? We have aliens in cages in Area 51. You don't think?
No.
Wait. You don't believe that there is an Area 51, a base in Groom Lake, that people see on a daily basis, or you don't believe there are aliens on the base?
No, they're not. Aliens aren't hanging out there.
I don't think we have spaceships and we have aliens down there. And I don't think there's a Men in Black. And I don't think anybody. I don't think we need to storm Area 51. Like that's what I don't think.
Remember what was so funny? Remember that when they were like, "We're gonna storm Area 51," and then the guy who ran it was like, "I dare you. Let the first person try to jump this fence and see what happens." Like we needed him in DC. Like, where the fuck was this dude?
Area 51. I just bust open the doors of like the big warehouse, and you see like the Star Wars bar scene there. Everyone's just kind of hanging out, like all kinds of different looking.
But you don't believe that we used alien technology to reverse engineer the microwave, and all the technology that we have today has somehow come from alien technology that we have scavenged and scrapped and looked at for the past 75 years.
Are you being serious?
Are you asking me this?
Yes, Gina, I'm asking you.
I believe in science and scientists. Like,
do you believe in alien life?
I mean, there could be. I have no idea. I don't know, but
Here's
I believe the theory that aliens are here and they were the ones that fed the biblical people during the famine? And no, I don't.
All right.
Sorry.
Hey, why is it with ancient aliens? It's always just the Egyptians. Why didn't they ever help out like the Greek or anything else? All the other civilizations that were around at the time.
I don't know.
The Egyptians were the chosen people, Tiefel.
Yeah, it was the music. It was the music and the weed.
Weed.
So real quick, remember when they had the Capitol storm rushing? There was this.
You mean the one that was like 2 weeks ago? Do we remember? Yeah. We're not 80 like you. Yeah, it happened 2 weeks ago, bro.
This girl who took a laptop from Pelosi's office. Like, she's just an ordinary looking girl. Can you put her picture up, Tiefel? Put this girl's picture up. She's like
one of the Tiefels.
One of the Tiefels. She took the laptop from Pelosi's desk in the Capitol riot, and she's been arrested now for planning to sell it to Russia.
Yeah.
How could would you know how to get it? Let's say you found something. How would you even get a hold of Russia? You just call Craigslist? Is that how you do it?
Yep, Craigslist. Looking for comrade to purchase slightly used laptop.
Look there, she's just so ordinary. Like, I don't know. She's mousy. Mm-hmm. What's that? Yeah, very mousy. Like, how
her
is she?
Eyes look scary. What do you mean mousy?
She does look. Her eyes do. She does look crazy there.
Do you know what's funny? Is like an ex-romantic involvement is the person that turned her in.
Yeah, she was bragging. She's like, I'm gonna sell this to Russia. I got this laptop, and then he's like she crazy.
Yeah, he was like, finally, I can stop all these random crazy texts that she sends me. Hello, FBI.
But I mean, you do raise an interesting question: is how did she expect to sell it to Russia? Like, did she expect to walk into a Russian consulate and then not think it was a trap?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, she just walks in with a government laptop. I'd like to sell this to you. I'm totally not wired.
Yeah, exactly. Russia would be like, "Oh, okay, sure. Well, we believe everything you're saying. You're not setting us up.
You sit down, drink vodka with me."
Yes, we're gonna talk. But I guess
the only thing that makes sense about it is how little of sense it makes. It's like he knows like everything right now,
right? It's like, I guess she had a friend in Russia. So she was going to send I don't know who has friends in Russia, but it's just so random. But anyway, she was going to send the laptop to them, and then they were going to try to sell it to the Russian government, and then she was going to.
I feel like in that scenario, the government just takes it from her friend, and puts her friend in jail,
or he sells it and then goes, "Government took laptop, not pay me. Sorry."
Yeah. Oh well, who are you going to tell?
Come get your fake money.
That's not worth a goddamn thing because our economy sucks. All right, I gotta say one thing, and I want to see Georgia. See if you can find the picture of his name is and I just want to tell the story. I promise I won't take any time, but I just love this guy. Alexi, Alexei, Alexi, Alexei, Navalny, Navalny. And there's a picture of him hugging his wife before being taken into custody by the Russians. Now I'm going to tell you who Alexi Navalny is if you don't know.
If you don't have a television.
Alexi Navalny has been a critic of Putin. He was head of the opposition party. So he was that's his whole life was to just tell everyone what a crook Putin was. And Putin hated this dude. So Putin had this guy poisoned. So he should have died.
Allegedly.
Yeah, yes, allegedly. Exactly. Allegedly had this dude poisoned. So they get there's a certain picture of him saying goodbye to his wife that I wanted to show you guys. But so Alexi was poisoned. They take him to Germany. They were able to because the America and the news was out there. They were able to extract him from Russia, get him to Germany, where they saved his life. He did a 60 Minutes interview, and they said, "Well, what are you going to do when you're better?" And they're like, "Well, I'm going to go. I'm going back to Russia to fight Putin." They're like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why would you?" You were on your deathbed. You prove the point. He's like, no. He's like, Putin needs to go, and I need to lead the resistance. So, like, this dude is gonna go back, and he's got a wife and kids, and a family, and the family's like, they obviously don't want him to go back. They don't want to go back, but he feels so strongly about. I mean, we wish we all had this type of moral fortitude that we could say, hey, you know what? I could die. I'm going to die. I'm probably going to die going back to fight this dude, but I'm going back. So as soon as he gets on the plane from Germany to go back to Russia, they divert the plane, or the Russian government diverts the plane. So they divert to a different place. They land the plane. The Russians make them land the plane, and the Russian agents get on the plane, and they're taking him into custody right away. And here he is. He's just saying goodbye to his wife, and he's now in custody, or if he's still alive. But can you imagine?
He's still alive.
But can you imagine that courage to know and to care about something so much that you're willing to put yourself and your wife and your kid in harm's way because it's the right thing to do?
I feel like I wouldn't have made it a family trip.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, leave the kid, at least leave the kid and the wife in Germany and go fight it yourself. But there he is. That's the picture of him hugging his wife goodbye for possibly the last time. And he's been taken into custody, and now he's being held by the Russians as the opposition leader.
They arrested him for a parole violation.
Parole violation.
Yeah, when he got on the plane to go to Germany and get cured of the poison that they tried to put in him, he wasn't allowed to leave the country without permission, and so they came back. He's got 30 days. They said he's 30 days until he has his parole violation hearing. You know, and for the first 30, he's going to be like Michael Vick's dog. You know, Michael Vick's first dog was everybody was like, you got to take care of him. You can't, if this dog needs to eat, you need to feed him. You know, for the first 30 days, he'll be okay because the world's watching. But then when people get tired, which people do,
right?
There'll be another assassination. There'll be another bombing. There'll be something that'll take our eyes off of this guy. And then he'll slowly, just quickly, discreetly disappear.
Who here would do the right thing knowing you're probably going to die?
I don't see how this is the right thing.
What do you mean?
That is definitely the right thing.
I don't see how going back to Russia and getting himself arrested and then silenced pretty much for the rest of his life is the right thing to do when he could have done so much more alive.
Yeah, but I mean, but in his head, being there and leading the resistance,
he's not leading anything from jail.
All right, I didn't want to get into that.
And here's the thing: you gotta and what drives a person to do that is in my opinion, you got to think you look real good on money and the statue, and that. And you're like, yeah, big statue of me could look great right here. And I'm really going for being on the 20 ruble. I want to be on the 20 ruble, and like I want movies made on Lifetime about me, or the Russian equivalent, which is your life sucks time. And then and I want Gregor Borovich to play me in my movie. Gregor, the greatest Russian actor in the world.
Gregor is? You think Gregor is? See, now,
Yes.
I don't know. Gregor's okay, but a Slovotnik, I think, is a much better actor than Gregor.
Slovotnik is shit compared to Gregor. Gregor was the original that man. He played.
Wait a minute. Have you seen Gregor? Have you seen him in Sleepless in Kiev? I mean, that movie.
It was a horrible movie. Horrible compared to Making Out in Moscow. Remember that movie? A movie that touched your heart and your soul and taught you about government and the love of it.
I love that Andrew looks like Gru and Dee sounds like Gru.
Shut up. Fuck you guys. All right, welcome to the show, everybody. If you get a chance, share the feed, comment. Helps if you hit the love button, show that you love us. Hit your little love button, and so then they all like gonna drift up.
I hate when you say that.
What?
I don't know.
Your love button.
That's my love button, people.
You know why you hate it, Gina. You know why you hate it, because somebody has told you that a couple of times. Been like, girl, hit your love button a couple of times. Come on.
Come on.
I need you to send. Yeah, I need you to send me a Morse code message. Beep, 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 beep.
Hit that love button. It's fun. It's fun too to watch the feed and then just to see all the little hearts just.
That's what they do. That's what they sound like.
It's exactly like
Haven't
that.
you ever touched my love button? That's the sound it makes.
That's the sound. Touch my love button. All right, as we travel around the world, we started with of course Russia. Well, now we're going to go to Colombia, and I guess there's Colombia's cocaine hippos. They say must be stopped. Scientists are warning.
Calling them that. That's so mean. They're just big boned people, big boned drug mules. Call them drug hippos.
Drug hippos? Is that what they're calling them instead of mules because they're overweight?
No, these are actual.
You don't listen to anything I say. Why would you?
I'm like, that's some like drug mule shaming shit right there.
It is. It's awful.
Like
We don't. The fattest drug mules in the entire world, Pablo.
Carlos, bring in the drug hippos.
They are mules.
We're shoving entire keys up their ass. No one's going to know.
1 key, 2 key, 3 keys.
Wait, count is
I don't know.
Colombian now? What?
Oh yes, absolutely. You didn't know that? He came to this country in the witness relocation program, and he couldn't. He was a cartel accountant, and he testified against El Capitan Big Bird, and so they had to move him. They changed his name to Count
Von Count.
The Count.
And
then they moved him to Sesame Street, where he found his niche in just counting shit.
Yeah.
Did anyone tell him going on television in the witness relocation program is probably a bad idea?
Well, nobody was watching Sesame Street back then, and they just told him, "We just need you to leave off when you're done counting. Just stop. Don't say keys anymore. Just don't say kilos." He was like 1 kilo, and they were like, "Fuck, you're fucking this up." The count.
Fine. You just got to say 1. Then
one. Just stop it at 1.
Yeah, they had to do a lot of editing with the count on the show. But Pablo, so the drug. You remember everyone's heard of Pablo Escobar, right? One of the biggest drug lords in the history of the world. Well, back in 1993, he was shot dead by authorities. So he had this zoo, and all the animals were shipped back to their own land or wherever, wherever they're going, other zoos or whatever, except they just left these hippos just chilling in the pond that he had. 4 hippos. So to fend for themselves. And of course, hippos don't grow in Colombia. They don't.
Hippos don't grow in Colombia.
That's not where they're from. Oh yeah.
You do not see the hippo tree. We do not have a hippo tree.
I didn't mean grow. It's not their natural habitat.
We got a monkey bush, but we have no hippo tree. It is crazy. And that is just Manuel, who's unkept. That's all. It's just monkey bush, we call it, because he refuses to trim it up. It looks ridiculous.
So he has a 7,000-acre estate, including his personal zoo. Animals, they found homes in zoos elsewhere, but the 4 hippos escaped. They escaped, and
did they escape, or did people just watch them walk away?
I know. Yeah. They didn't really run, I guess.
Yeah.
They just left.
Stealthy hippos. It's just
like that guy's like this. Look at those hippos and turtle running away. Still.
So now, because there's no real pet predators to hippos in Colombia, there's between 80 and 100 descendants of Escobar's former pets. So these 4 hippos have now turned into 100 hippos, terrorizing the country's lakes and rivers. Scientists have projected the hippo population could surge to 1,500 by 2024. These hippos pose a threat to the natural wildlife since their urine and feces are toxic, potentially sickening other species and even humans. So they're saying that these hippos are becoming part of the local identity, but time is running out because they're going to ruin this area. And relocation may have been possible 30 years ago when there were only 4 hippos, but now there's no way. So now they got to maybe cull them, which you guys know what culling means, of course. It means taking them out.
Hippo hunting season.
Hippo hunting season.
All right.
And there's Pablo.
Did you see that picture I just put up there? So that picture right there, 1981, Escobar sneaks into the United States while he has like 5 active warrants and every intelligence agency in the country looking for him. He sneaks into the country for a family trip to the White House.
And he even brought his pet hippo. Like he's walking his hippo around, and we act like we don't even see him.
How badass is that?
Can we talk about like what nobody really seems to want to address is these hillbilly hippos? They're not cocaine hippos. They're 4 of them, and now there's 80, right? These are literally mountain hippos who probably would come if you played a banjo. There's a lot of inbreeding going on there. I'm assuming a couple of them are named Cletus and Elmira. So
it's true.
How hard is it?
I'd be really upset too if my parents were also my siblings.
Yeah, like you look good enough to, can't eat you because you're a hippo. Got to do the second thing.
I've never. Yeah, can you eat hippo meat?
Has anybody? I guess. I'm sure you can. You got to be determined.
Hippos are not. Hippos are on the verge of endangered. So why can't we relocate these hippos? Like
too many of them.
Because
there's 80. I'm sure there's enough hippo people that can go and drug them and ship them to Africa.
Have you ever tried to introduce a cartel hippo into the wild?
Yeah. No.
No.
They had its face and everything.
They've seen things.
They've seen things. They'll do things that other hippos won't do.
Yeah.
They'll be like, he said he'd just kill all of us and our kids, and he's a cartel hippo. You gotta believe him.
Oh my God!
Disney movie Cartel Hippos.
Yeah, and besides, Gene, if we took all the hippos from South America and we moved them back to Africa, they don't speak the language.
Yeah,
how are they going to get along?
They're Colombian hippos now.
Georgia says Steve Irwin could have done it. All right. Anyway, so can I go back to real quick? We're talking about our favorite Russian actors and favorite Russian movies. Donnie, I missed this one. Cold War, Warm Heart. That's a classic. Donnie, that's funny. I love it. All right. Anyway, Ashley, what do you want to talk about? You've been quiet for like 20 minutes. What's the matter?
No, I'm good. I'm just enjoying all of the accents and hippo talk.
Enjoying.
Yeah.
Do you, Ashley, do you feel because like you're 92 pounds that you can't contribute to the hippo talk?
I know, exactly.
I mean, first of all, I'm still trying to wrap my brain around their feces and urine being toxic. So I don't. I mean,
She's just sitting there going, "So this is what the show's like sober."
Yeah.
oh my god.
I know. I need a
You guys,
drink.
just so you know, I didn't stay drunk all the time. Oh my god.
We know.
Sure.
Ashley, really, okay, let's be honest. Okay, Ashley picks the next topic because she looks bored. Janelle says she looks bored. All right, so Ashley, what do you want to talk about?
I mean, nothing. I'm just here to join along with you guys.
She gets here so she doesn't get fined.
What?
Practice.
That doesn't get fined. I don't understand.
That's a Marshawn Lynch.
All right. So, one more story that I thought was interesting. Did you hear about this man who spent 3 months squatting in the Chicago airport because of COVID? He was too scared to fly. So I guess he got to the airport. Hold on, I'm going to read the story. He was too scared to fly home because of COVID. He's been living in Chicago's O'Hare International Airport.
I've seen the Tom Hanks movie.
I love that movie with Tom Hanks.
God,
before being arrested weekend, the California man was reportedly squatting in the security zone of O'Hare International wearing a staff ID badge that he allegedly found and surviving on food handouts from fellow travelers. He arrived at the airport on a flight from Los Angeles on October 19th. However, he never left. He was arrested on Saturday after 2 United Airlines employees noticed that his identification was false, then alerted the police. He appeared in court on Sunday, charged with misdemeanor theft and criminal trespass. He had hidden in the airport because he was scared to go home due to COVID. Who explained that he had received food from other passengers. It's not known why he, who lives in the Los Angeles suburb of Orange County, had traveled to Chicago. The court heard that he is unemployed and he has no criminal background. The court finds these facts and circumstances quite shocking for the alleged period of time that has occurred. Like, what the?
That he's unemployed? Really? You find it shocking?
Well, it's
What
just
kind
weird,
of breakdown in supposed post 9/11 security was there?
roaming around for 3 months in the airport unnoticed. And he's in a secured part of the airport.
If that guy's beard doesn't scream, "I'm gonna bomb a plane,"
But he's not. But the crazy thing is, he's not a bomber. He's not a criminal. He's nothing. He's an ordinary guy that didn't want to go to L.A.
I mean, that's most people.
From
So
Orange
just, like,
County.
stay in Chicago.
You chilled in Chicago,
Dude. Like I picture like a government agent walking into his cell and just going, "So, you evaded capture in Chicago O'Hare Airport for 3 months. Do you want a job?" You know, like that's how I picture like spy movies starting. Like you find this guy, he decides he's never going to leave, and what I was more shocked at is people gave him food at the airport. Food is like $40. What the fuck?
Well, no, but if you stand at the security checkpoint, it's like you can't take it in. You're like, all right, man, here you can have the sandwich. Better than just throwing it away.
He was getting that food. Okay, because I'm sitting here wondering who's gonna just hand food to like a random airport employee walks up to you at the bar and grill, and you're just like, "Hey, man,
you gonna eat that?
I don't get paid for like 3 days, and I'm starving. Grab me a steak." Like how?
No. This is a $60 Applebee burger. I can't afford to let you even whiff this bitch. You need to step back. You owe me money for smelling it.
Donnie.
Does that make anybody feel like very like I did look at flying as super safe because of all the things you have to go through, but now I'm like, there's this dude that just lives in the airport undetected for 3 months. Like what else is happening at the airports that we don't know about? Now I'm scared.
Why I don't fly.
What's that, Ash?
I said that's why I don't fly. I do not think it's that safe.
You don't fly?
No. I mean, if I have to, I will.
Yeah.
But,
Are you you're a mess though?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh.
It's not my favorite.
Well, here's the thing. And now I'm sure you get the little bottles, to take the edge off, like most people do when you fly. If you don't have those bottles, I can't imagine you're going to be a mess.
Well, I'm just not going to fly.
Well, John Madden, the famous football coach and announcer, he wouldn't fly, and
neither does Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg won't either.
No. She's
Oh,
got a bus.
I knew I liked her.
That takes her to all of her concerts when she opens up with Drake.
But here's the thing about celebrities, though. They can have those quirks and those niches and those whatever, but like if I'm Van Halen, I can say, hey, I don't eat green M&Ms. You're going to take them out. But if you're poor, you don't have those luxuries. Like,
Even if you're poor, you're probably not going to be getting on a plane anyways.
so, I mean, poorer than a celebrity. Like you don't want to drive. You're going to pay the $99 to fly, or you're going to.
What?
I mean, the drive to Florida was hard, but I would still take that drive 100 times before I would get on an airplane again.
What about going to California?
Oh, I want to drive just because I've never been to that side of the country. So what about overseas? What about Europe? What Donnie wants to take you to Europe? At this point in time of my life, I just have no desire to go overseas.
Really?
No, I agree. That is absolutely, especially right now.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Like I'll tell you my dream vacation. My 100% dream vacation. It's to go to Tahiti, like the Polynesian Islands, where they have those huts out on the water and it's beautiful. Like they say Hawaii is beautiful. Like Tahiti is like the ultimate most beautiful because it hasn't been as touched by human hands.
Yes, which is why there's so many resorts and shit there.
Tahiti is that's my dream.
Nope.
What's
Nope.
What's your dream vacation?
I'm having it right now. This is my dream. You know what? Like this is fuck and fuck Ireland. Yep. Like all of it. I'm telling you, like there's way too many things nowadays. Like you talk about Tahiti and staying in a hut above the fucking ocean. And you know what I hear? I hear fucking sharks. That's what I hear.
Oh my God.
And then you talk about going to Ireland. And I still remember Protestants and Catholics don't quite get along over there too well. Boom. Thank you, but no thank you. Now, and now the fact that the whole place is like spread open and all you got to do is like, I mean, granted, you can't go to the UK anymore, but fuck that. The security? No. Not as an American. I don't feel safe here.
Here's what I worry about with you, D, and there's a lot of other people like that. They already had some wanting to be not being in social gatherings, but this pandemic now is made you so comfortable in your house that if you could live and work and eat and do everything at your house, you would never leave.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
There's nothing. I'm like, look, I will tell. People always like to hit you with that. It's a one, and I tell Kara this all the time. But it's usually when it comes to stuff about like safety, it's like kids and buses and things like that. But they go, it's very unlikely that you're going to get eaten by a shark. It's 1 out of 50. And you're like, but have there been 49 people in the water today? That's what I want to know. Because if all 49 of them have come out, guess who gets fucking eaten?
Oh my God! By the way, Fiji, isn't that in the Tahitian Islands? Fiji, yes, Fiji is exactly what I'm talking about. Like that,
and I want to go there just to see if their water is that expensive.
I was gonna bring back. They're gonna check me in at the airport. I'm gonna have a suitcase just full of water jugs.
Fuck yeah! And I'm gonna go like this. It's all Fiji water. Like they're giving this shit away over there. It's crazy. Comes out of the faucet. Can you believe this shit? Just out of the faucet.
It's crazy. All right, so D is living his perfect vacation. Producer Georgia wants to go to Ireland. What about you, Gina? What's your dream vacation?
I mean, I want to go everywhere. I'm just poor, so I can't go anywhere.
Well,
I would
and
go
that's-
anywhere. I want to go to Puerto Rico, which is stupid because it's the United States, but I can go anytime I want, but it's
Yeah.
expensive. But I'd love to go to Puerto Rico. That's where Dubs is Puerto Rican. He has family down there. So my kids are Puerto Rican, so I want to take them down there. I want to go everywhere. I just don't have money. If I have money, there's not a place I wouldn't go.
And that's what's interesting is you're either going to leave the people like Demetrius and Ashley who are comfortable staying in their surroundings, or there's people like me. I just want to get out of the house. Like I just want to get this goddamn shot and get out of this house and I live my life again. I just but some people are comfortable.
Right. We want to live. You want to get the shot, get out of your house so you can be poor and not travel, because that's what's really going to happen.
That's true. But I mean, just being out with people, like I
don't want to be out with people. No. That's not what I said. I want to go places. I don't want to be with people.
That's such a social media thing now. Everyone's like, I hate people. How do you hate
No, I
people?
really hate people. That's not a social media thing. I dislike people in general.
What?
People as a group have shown us over and over again that they will disappoint. I mean, individuals are good, but people in general, as a group, as a community, will usually let you down. And that they show you that they can't behave well together. They show you that they don't make good decisions together. Individually, I can talk to you, but as a group, I think that you've been having sex with your brother group, and now you have an inbred group, and this is just how groups are. You're all hillbillies.
You're all hillbillies.
I mean, I like people, but I just like to be at home too. And like the girls start school hybrid this week, and I'm kind of sad to go back to work and not be in our cozy home. But all I've wanted for a year is to go back and do stuff. But now it's here, and I'm like, wait, I don't want to do it.
I know. I need to get out of here. Before the pandemic started, like working at home and being at home was a dream. Like everyone would live their lives and there's crazy and you're never home. You're not home till 6 o'clock at night and you're tired and everything, blah, blah, blah. And I think, now being at home all the time, it's like, I just want to get out. Let's get out. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's go.
I want to, get an RV, like, and just go across the country, like, and just live at different places and like different campgrounds and things like that. Because I can't camp. I'm not a camping person, but I can definitely do like an RV or something along those. Except for I have to have a bigger shower because I'm fat. They have tiny showers. I'll get stuck in the RV and shower.
It's funny. Colleen and I have talked about that. Like I think we're both into that. Like it sounds fun. Like we once the kids are all
fun,
grown,
so you got to empty your own waste.
I mean, it's mine. It's not. If I have to empty other people's, I'll have a problem with that.
Gina, you want to? I
It's
don't
not
care
like you
what
do it by hand, you guys. There's a hose and you dump it. Like it's not like I gotta get a gas mask out and like lift individual shit out of the. You don't have to do it like that. It's
you made it sound like you don't mind rolling it in if it's yours.
I'm just saying, like, if you have to empty the tank, so what? Like,
we watched a video about it, and there's like a really not gross way to do it.
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's not as gross as it
What
seems.
prompted you to watch a waste removal?
Well, because
video?
Donnie and I are into like the RV thing too, and we've
Really?
all thought about it. And
I think everybody is. But you have
once our kids are grown and I can leave them little shits behind, we are out of here. We're not. The only reason that I stay here in Ohio is because my family's really close and we have a lot of old people and they're not going anywhere. So we're basically just sitting around waiting for them to die. Not that we're in a hurry, just that we're just waiting for them to go, and then we'll leave too. We're not staying here. That's no way.
You guys are like RV swingers. Listen to you all coming out admitting that you're part of that lifestyle. It's just like I'm into RVing. What? You're into RVing? Maybe we should come on over.
I don't want to RV
together.
with anybody. I'm leaving everybody. Bye.
Everybody. Tiefel, what's your dream vacation?
On a beach in the Caribbean with a couple of books and a bottle of tequila.
No, and that's Caribbean's cool. I love the Caribbean. Like I love going on like all inclusive vacations in the Caribbean. It's just they like Fiji, Tahiti, Polynesia.
That is the island where drag queens live.
Don't do it, D. Don't do it. I know where you're going with that, and you're going to want to stop. Pump the brakes.
Okay, I'm just.
Georgia, that's not going to work for Andrew. It has a ladder.
Some people just call it Drag Island.
I know.
All right, Tiefel, do you got any news before we go?
Yeah, I got several here real fast.
Well, you better hurry.
Here, there's a Michigan dispensary up in Walled Lake that's offering a free pre-rolled joint to anyone that brings in proof that they got the COVID-19 vaccine.
Nice.
On there, they're trying to encourage people to get the vaccine, and so they're calling it pot for shots.
All right.
Does everyone remember Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candle?
What?
Yeah.
You remember when she came out with her vagina candle? Apparently, a UK woman.
She owned a candle company. She owns a candle company, and one of the scents was her vagina. Yeah,
and apparently a UK woman won it in an online contest, and she lit it in her living room, and apparently the candle got overexcited and just exploded in the living room, and it was all her and her boyfriend could do to get the fire out.
So Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina smells like propane?
That is so strange. Was it really good for her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, are you guys ready? Hold on.
What?
Her vagina is the bomb.
It was it was funny. It got overstimulated. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, look at D.
I laugh at all your stupid jokes.
Ashley's drinking some Fiji water that I brought back from my last vacation.
Oh yeah, it's crystal clear.
All right, so there was
hey, hold on.
Oh wait, we still on the vagina?
I think we're still on the candle thing, and I still want to know, like, what chemist had to go down there and like smell that shit, and then go back into the laboratory and like put scents together. Like,
well, you know what's crazy about it is you can't patent scents either. So anybody could make a Gwyneth Paltrow vagina scent.
Well, everyone can have one out
You
there.
guys, I feel like this is a joke. Is this real?
This is 100%
Georgia, pull up the original article, because I remember this was big news back when she made the candle scent.
Big news.
It was big news.
Yeah, it was like big news, big news. Why'd you say it twice?
Breaking news alerts are going off on your phone. Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina scented candle.
Yeah, like how big is the candle?
Damn, it's a big ass candle. There it is.
Oh, it's not in the shape. Is it? I thought it was in the shape of a vagina.
You thought it was in the shape of a vagina? Could you imagine how gross that would look if you like used it like 6 times?
That's Georgia, why I'm over here making weird faces. I'm like, this is, but I mean, it's still weird that it's her odor, but.
Hey, Georgia, click on the picture directly underneath the one that you clicked on.
What?
The big pink one. Yeah, that one. What is that? What is that?
This is all so bizarre. I just don't even know.
Yeah, it's true. It's 100% true. All right, Ebenezer, what else you got?
Wow.
All right, so I'm going to punch you later for that one. Also, there is a company that is looking to pay somebody $500 to watch Netflix and eat pizza.
They got a whole country full of people right now that I mean, that's not how are they looking for anybody? Just like yell out your front door.
Bonus Finder is looking to pay the perfect candidate $500 to inform them on the best bingeable Netflix show and the most delicious takeout pizza. Whoever is chosen will watch and review 3 series ranging from The Queen's Gambit to Below Deck. They will judge the series on story, plot lines, Netflix and chill suitability, acting quality and cheesiness, and satisfaction of episodes and series endings.
Donnie's so funny. When the Gwyneth Paltrow candle blew up, the house smelled like Brad Pitt from 12 Monkeys and a Coldplay concert.
Nice.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, I can't. Well, we're stuck. We're stuck on 3 series that we started watching, and we love all 3 of them. We've got like 4 or 5 episodes into each one, and haven't watched them in a month. And like they're just sitting in limbo in my head. They're like,
I'm feast or famine. Like I'll either not watch TV at all, like not even turn it on. I can sit here and not ever turn on the TV, or I watch 7 seasons of something in one night. Like it's either or for me. Like I went through the Cobra Kai series and literally in 48 hours, I think we went through the entire season. And but my TV hasn't been on for me. Like other people have it on, but I don't turn the television on other than that.
Ours that are sitting in limbo or purgatory are For Life, which is the true story of the guy that got locked up and became a lawyer and tried to get himself out, but gets it. It's the 50 Cent produced show, and the other one is This Is Us, and the third one is Schitt's House, Schitt's Creek, whatever it's called.
Schitt's House.
Schitt's House.
All 3 of them.
You can it's
House.
It's completely filmed in Tahiti.
I love it. I love it because I can watch it because it's my own shit. So as long as it's my own shit, it's
Are the hillbilly hippos from Tahiti and they have the shit house? They live in the
Let
shit
me tell
house.
you about some hippos and a man named Jed, a poor mountaineer, barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up from the ground came a bubbling a hippo.
No.
All right,
we got one. We got one more.
One more.
It's a story of unintended consequences and a hero. The Rivera family in Waco, Texas, their house caught on fire, but nobody really knew about it at the time because they all had COVID and couldn't smell anything, except for their youngest daughter, who was somehow COVID free in this house full of infection. And she eventually smelled the fire, was able to get her entire family out, and even went back in and got the pets.
Wow.
Like the little girl did that? 17. The little girl that came out and went back in?
Yeah.
According to the article, she's 17. Bianca. So, but yeah, she's the youngest daughter, and she smelled the fire, got everybody out, went back in for the pets. The house was a total loss. But thankfully, no one in her family is.
Yeah.
Did they not have smoke alarms?
I mean, apparently Bianca. They had Bianca.
Bianca's their human smoke alarm.
I was just curious because if you have
Bianca,
smoke alarm, this is a good time for everybody. A good reminder for everybody that forgot to check them on the first year. Check your smoke alarms. Make sure they're working. Change the batteries. That kind of thing, just in case you get COVID.
But I didn't even think about that. You know, I've heard of the symptom, losing taste, loss of smell, things like that. But I never thought about like that.
Your inability to identify a fucking fire. A fire.
A few people that have
really?
had COVID.
This is the kid that we're praising because the rest of her dumbass family couldn't identify smoke
or have a smoke alarm.
They can't smell.
What is? Wow, why is the house all hot? What is happening? Man, must be COVID.
Why is it foggy in the house?
Yes, there's so much cloud cover in the home. What this is, man, is that a cumulonimbus in the living room? Or is that a fucking fire?
I thought Pigpen was just a cartoon, but maybe you don't take showers and you get.
Thank God we got you, Bianca, because you are the smartest person in the house.
Oh God!
You almost did an accent. I heard it coming. You're about to.
You saved all the chickens. Bianca must be Spanish for fire detector.
Did you see? Have you seen the prank going around where the woman makes her husband think he's got COVID because she cooked all the dinner with no seasoning in it?
It's a white lady. That's all that is. It's just a white lady cooking for her husband. Somebody made a joke. I just read an article about a catering chef who got COVID like months and months ago, and her taste and smell is not back yet. Ruined her career.
Oh,
yeah, that would suck.
That's okay. She can still cook for white folks.
Yeah. Cater white events.
All right, for Demetrius Nicodemus, Eastside Southside Gina, Chris Tiefel, Ashley P, producer Georgia. I'm Andrew Z. Thanks you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Come on! Come on!